And welcome... God damn it. Welcome back, everyone. It's me and Mr. Ed.
Yes.
And
actually, I prefer Mr. T.
No, you're Mr.
Or
Ed.
T-Oro.
You made the horse noise. You are now Mr. Ed. You sealed your own fate.
If only we had, like, lower thirds. Like, it could just, like, come up with my real name and then, like, fades to Mr. Ed. And it just says, talking horse.
Mr. Ed, they used peanut butter to get his mouth to move.
That's how my mouth moves. I'm actually not talking. There's a voice actor behind me.
You're a puppet?
In your closet, actually.
Is that the Chocobo? Chocobo's the real master? You're just the puppet? Okay.
So only they can see that.
I wish.
So bad.
So basically we can bypass, but not really bypass, we're just waiting.
Like, they got rid of the minigame, and it's the stupidest thing in the world, because, I mean, it got annoying having to do it 100 billion times every, like, level, but it was still a fun break in the action to have that hacking minigame they had in 2.
Yeah.
I wish they hadn't got rid of it, but they had a bit more variance, where there were maybe, like, 3 different hacking minigames and 3 different bypass minigames. Like, I would have thought it would have been much cooler doing it like that, but...
Yeah, you'd think, but...
But, I mean, also, this game... Also, that contradicts my previous statement of saying that it would have been better if this was a more straight action game. Because then that would have slowed down the action. So... Just a bit,
but, I mean, it's still...
And there's the Scorpion, which is the weapon.
Oh, yes.
The cool one. So you can just replace that one now.
Yes.
You can't... It's not a workbench.
I know, but still... Oh, wait, what?
Whatever active mods you had get a
Oh, okay. Even though it's not a workbench.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
This is so much fun. I'm going to use this for a little bit.
It has a really low clip, though. That's the only problem. Also, I got a headshot one time with this. Like, before it went off, it was just kill.
There you go. That would be pretty cool. Come on. You need to die, please.
Javik just overloaded his rifle. You heard it?
Yeah. Javik, stop stealing my kills.
I love that rifle, though. The plasma rifle, whatever it is. The Prothean one. It's cool.
No, Shepard, I did not want to duck.
It still annoys me that when you go into cutscenes, his helmet disappears.
That still annoys me.
It's
hey, I'm on one of the moons for Palaven. And my helmet just disappears.
I mean, they're establishing there's some sort of atmosphere, though. Because even when you have what's his name? What's his name? The new one, the meathead, James. When you
every time someone says James, I think James from Silent Hill 2.
James
Vega.
James. That was the best worst ending. Anyway, so that's another thing I like. If you hit them and there's an explosion, they just boom. Oh, headshots are particularly satisfying.
Where do I go?
Their heads disappear. You go straight that way. Yeah.
Leap.
Isn't Shepard already a Krogan?
I thought I was an honorary Krogan. Yeah. Like I saved Chuchanka or something like last game.
You saved Chuchanka.
Oh my god!
It's so satisfying, isn't it?
It is, and it's scary at the same time. I understand the game's M-rated, but holy shit.
Holy shift? We have to keep this PG, alright?
Yeah, even though the game's rated M.
Shh, they don't know that.
When you have exploding bodies!
Look, okay, you have exploding bodies in real life, but there's no rating system on life. Alright?
That's rated X. Adults only.
If only.
That's actually, I think, the best rating for it. AO.
AO. Atlas. Also, that we kind of threw things at it. This is supposed to be the reveal of the Atlas.
Yeah.
Not when we did the Javik mission. That was not supposed to be the first time you face an Atlas. This was. Because all the characters start reacting to it.
Yeah.
So it's weird when you play the DLC, like certain DLC portions.
Oh, was that DLC?
Yes, the Javik is DLC. He's not part of the base game.
Oh, okay.
He's if you buy like a new copy or you buy like
I got the digital deluxe edition.
Yeah, then he comes with that.
Okay.
I forget what the prerequisite was for having Javik. Yeah, but...
Yeah, so am I, dude. I am not an Atlas.
Yeah, it's also really... Also, like, my previous statement when I was talking about the animators, like, that BioWare has, like, just bad animators. They, It's weird because when you go to the cutscenes, the animation is very, very well done. But the base, you know, frickin'... You know, when you're in the conversations, it's really bad. And every other time, it's bad, aside from cutscenes. You just gave him a headshot.
Yes, I blew his head off.
Yeah, that makes headshots are so satisfying. Go to his body, he just has no head. Or never mind.
Oh, or no
Maybe
body.
He does.
Nope, that's another guy.
No, that's a different guy.
Yeah, his body was right next to the thing, but I guess it just disappeared.
Dematerialized. Anyway.
Oh well. But yeah, we saved the Krogan, and when
it took us less time than I thought.
Yeah, we could have probably just continued on, but oh well. But basically, the one thing I wanted to point out was Morden's face when the Atlas fell. He was just like, huh? Thanks for joining us, Rex.
I know, right? Like, we could have used you on the ground.
God. You wanted to get your female out of here, but you didn't want to actually do anything. God.
It's such a typical male.
Let's get you out of there.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Bitch, please. Boom, boom.
You didn't even have to pump it.
I can handle myself, Rex.
See, if it wasn't for that armor Rex was having, he'd probably have the biggest boner right now for her. Like, I'm just saying.
Eduardo.
I'm just saying.
Eduardo.
All right.
I'm going to punch you.
Dude, you don't need to imagine.
That was not a very pleasant thought.
Well, this isn't a very pleasant thing now.
Why is Cerberus here? What do you want?
What was that?
We want.
See, like the
lose.
Yeah, see, like the cutscene animation is really good, but then you go into regular conversations and it's really just the same 5 animations over and over again.
Yeah.
Like you'll see it right now.
It's a little annoying, but
Yeah.
If I get Krogan boots on Caliban,
You know, with their N7 hoodie.
and how does Cerberus get involved?
yeah, how does Cerberus get involved? Because Cerberus.
I think that's a fair assessment.
What a victory this treaty would be for the Alliance. We'll need
We know, Admiral, we know.
how's the Prothean device?
We understand.
Alliance R&D's officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible.
Why did they have to do a zoom in for that?
I
Like,
don't know. Like they needed if they did that, they should have had that. What is it? The dun 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 Project Crucible.
they totally should have had that. Like he
Super-
overholds the pause.
The super
like we've dubbed
dramatic-
it. We've dubbed it Project.
strangely simple as well.
Crucible.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Crucible.
No. My father was killed by a crucible.
Isn't
And
a
now
crucible just like a giant
Now,
arena?
where
Isn't
where
that
is
what
that?
it is?
Where is he at?
He is at the Crucible building site.
But where is that specifically? What is he on a ship? Is he on the Crucible? Like I don't
I think
get
he's
it.
on an. I think they're on an Alliance like own like research base. Like okay, here's the problem, right?
That looks like a
The
mushroom.
Crucible. Yeah, well, the Crucible looks like it's almost done.
In this scene.
Exactly, but it takes like the entire rest of the game to finish.
Is it like the Death Star?
Yeah, where it takes them like 19 years to make the first one, and then in like 3 years the other
Not
one is
even.
made.
It's like, oh well, okay. It's like why not?
Your people can come later.
But the thing is, it's really weird. The thing since we were talking about the Death Star and stuff, it's like
Star Wars.
yeah, because I was reading a post. It was basically from the desk of the guy who designed the original.
Oh yeah, I saw
Death
that one
Star.
too. Yeah.
And it was saying, for those of you who don't know, it's basically saying, yeah, I designed it so it would be, a meter wide, and, yeah, I could have put grating over it, but to be fair, who would have thought that the missiles that were shot would turn 90 degrees, go all the way down.
And that was the other thing that always got me too.
And considering that, it's a meter wide, on a thing that's about the size of a small moon, I thought I would be okay here. And since, it's a ventilation shaft for excess stuff from the core, a thing that can, destroy planets, you'd think all the hot gases and stuff would expel the missiles out of the chute.
But I guess at that point they just didn't have the engine on, so
They had it idling.
Damn it, Darth Vader!
Put it in park. You can drive it around the block later.
I still love the joke in How I Met Your Mother about that, where he's just like, where they talk every time they talk about it, that Ted, because he's an architect, it's like for all we know that could be the contractor's fault.
Yeah,
like it's not even like it was built.
It's the architect, and then you got the guys who build it. They could have just been like, well, we might need a vent here.
I still love that Family Guy joke of it too. That when they're like, oh yeah, it's like yeah, it's mostly indestructible. It's like, what do you mean mostly? Well, there's like a meter wide hole, that if a single missile went through, it could totally destroy the hole.
That's not that big.
It's really not. But like that was the part that made it so that much more amazing that Luke got that shot.
But then you also got to remember. Okay, in the second one...
that's where major parity.
Awesome. If we do more multiplayer stuff, we can beat the game.
Well, I mean, you still couldn't get there.
I know, but still. But basically, it's like, okay, can we talk to you? Do we get anything from talking to you?
No, I think he pretty much says the same thing for the most part.
Maybe he gives us a side mission or something.
No, not yet.
I think he just did.
He did, yeah. That's right. Because now we're going to Chichanka, that's why.
Right, so, but yeah, basically it's like, okay. Then
Rex doesn't really say he gives you a little backstory.
In the sixth movie, for Star Wars, it's like, okay, you went from a meter wide to a hole big enough you could fly a Millennium Falcon through.
To be fair, in the sixth one, it's like not even close to be done.
Which then you got to even wonder even more why it was so difficult for them to get through, and it's like, watch out, blah!
Like, that also raises up another thing. In episode 5, right, you know how when Han and the rest of them are in Cloud City and Luke is training with the Yoda? Mm-hmm. How much time has actually passed?
Yeah, I don't. It's
like it's either been 2 days or it's been like 2 months.
You never know.
Like, because the amount of training that Luke goes through it can't have been just like a day or something like that. And then it can't have been like 2 months they were chilling in Cloud City because Darth Vader had just gotten there. So like,
who knows? It's a weird timeline.
It is.
But Grissom Academy is...
Recommend doing that mission.
We should definitely do that mission.
Exactly.
Which one should we do first? Should we go to...
Grissom Academy, because the other mission that...
Tuchanka?
It takes you to Tuchanka no matter what, and then if you do Tuchanka, you lose this mission.
Okay.
So...
What can we do?
Like, basically any secondary missions can be done before primary missions. Primary missions will always stay because they're the story missions.
Right.
Which kind of breaks the fiction of it all.
Yeah, it's like you have a choice to make.
Yeah, which I thought would have been really cool that you do one or you can't do the other one. Like that would have been so much better because then it raised the stakes so much so much more. Which one of the first trailers for Mass Effect 1 gave you the illusion that was it. Like there were 2 distress calls and Shepard had to choose one, and even the voiceover says, many tough decisions lie ahead, none of them easy, or many decisions lie ahead, none of them easy.
Yeah, it's like, it depends on what order you do them in.
Exactly, like, and then throughout the entire series, you constantly are able to do everything.
Yeah, it is kind of silly.
Yeah, it breaks the fiction a little.
Holding the line, Major Kirahi. Meet me on the Citadel from Miranda Lawson.
Or Yvain Strahovski. That's the voice actress's name.
I was
Spectre status confirmed!
And yes, so now Ashley is a Spectre.
Yes.
So, quickly, do you want to quickly just go to the Citadel just to get those things out of the way, just to get Ashley out of the way at least?
Fine.
Well, Grissom Academy's not going anywhere.
Fine.
They're not going to die
without
us.
Those kids are going to die, alright?
Fine, but whatever.
See, now we know what system we're at. We're in the...
The prawns. the shrimp system.
That's racist. That was a race in District 9.
The prawns.
Yeah.
Oh wow, lots of stuff. What is this? Rescue the students.
Yeah, that's
anything
Academy.
anything that has a label on it without being hovered on is a story-based mission.
Exactly.
Anything like this that's flashing and only highlights it afterwards is side-based.
Which means they can be lost.
Yes.
Which I would still do the missing scouts before I would do anything on Tuchanka.
Yes. So we're going to do Quick Citadel, then go to
Grissom Academy,
and then we'll go to Rescue the Scouts or whatever, and then we'll go to Tuchanka with a different color uniform because
Basically.
we need something vibrant, not really camouflage.
Yeah.
More likely to get us killed, but hey.
Yeah, which is part of the reason why I really enjoyed Darksiders. Darksiders was really cool because it was post-apocalyptic and there was lots of gray, but there was still pops of color everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the creatures were different colors and all that.
The wheel came up first, and I didn't realize it.
Screw it.
Oh well, we gotta see. Miranda's here anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, but you have to go talk to her, I believe.
There she is.
Here she is, yeah.
Shepard, over here.
Yeah, I saw that ass from so far away.
Shepard.
Yeah, she doesn't change her clothes.
No, like
That's
the only
kinda-
difference.
that's
The only
kinda
difference
scary.
is that there's no like Cerberus
Cerberus pad,
insignia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Had you locked up?
Relieved of duty. It was complicated.
Oh.
I'm sure it was. I'm
I
sorry.
kind of killed some people, and I
See,
worked
of
with.
course they would do like that ass shot.
Oh my gosh! At least it's not as bad as Remember Me with the ass on the front cover of the game.
I still remember there's the one conversation you have in 2, where you're talking and it's like Shepard's face, and then it's like a shot from like the back of her ass where you can see Shepard on the side. Like it was like the worst.
I remember that. I think we pointed that out when we did Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, it's
like we're having a serious conversation. Stop it.
Did we hook up on Miranda?
We did, and we're not going to do it in this game.
Are we gonna go after Ashley?
We are going to go after.
She's racist though. You're better off with Miranda.
Not surprising.
But did you just see her eyes? They kind of went in opposite directions.
A little bit.
Am I still part of your plan? It's been so long I wasn't sure where we stood.
Ooh, this is where we can decide.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Are you sure?
Okay, no, because I think
Does that ruin Ashley's relationship?
no, I don't believe so. But go with Ashley because this one is just because none of the other ones you really get a satisfying conclusion with.
Yeah.
Except for Ashley's.
Yeah.
Like the only thing you get for Miranda is like at the end of the game you get like a nice little like video comm with her.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Miranda. You're very nice,
I
But-
understand. You're right to be cautious.
but your hair is like fettuccine, and
Sorry, Miranda.
She does
I
have
ha-
a different hairstyle from the second one to this one now.
Commander.
yeah, I know.
It's done.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but in real life though,
Look at that- look at
I would
those-
never say no to a woman that like if you like Yvain Strahovski's hot as hell. So I'm sorry, I would never say no to her.
Sorry, Heather.
I honestly, yeah. Heather's my girlfriend, so yeah, I would totally just be like, I'm sorry, but like, same thing about Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry, I told you that before. I'm like, if Scarlett Johansson
What
came up
color hair,
and
though?
propositioned me, what Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
I like her as a redhead from Iron Man. Oh my God, yeah.
Iron Man, Avengers. Yes.
Like,
Thank you.
I told her before too. I'm like, I'm sorry. If she propositioned me, I'd have to be like, I'm sorry.
What did she say? Oh, me too.
Yeah, she did. She was like, I understand.
I would be in the same position.
How would you say no to that?
It's Scarlett Johansson.
Basically.
Okay, so we can talk to Thane as well. He's punching glass.
Yeah. Did we talk to him before? Or is he?
No.
Oh, yeah, we did. No, we did. Yes.
That's right.
When I heard Earth was under attack, I tried to call. I never got through.
Yeah.
Because there were no phones anymore.
See you staying in shape.
Yeah, he's like
Ah.
punching the walls.
Healthy lifestyle can be delayed for a few years. Of course, my allotted time has come and gone.
Is it weird that I'm winded and I haven't even gotten up? Like,
Yeah,
punching
little.
the
That's,
air.
that is kind of
winded.
That's scary.
That's almost as good as the.
Oh
one
my
line.
gosh, this breathing was leaving me winded.
So it was as good as the one line in Scrubs where Dr. Cox like talks to it's like in season 9 of Scrubs, you know, the season that no one really likes that happened. I don't really like that happened, but it still was funny. But but that Dr. Cox is like practicing, flicking
Yeah.
by flicking the ears of the cadavers.
Yeah.
And he flicks JD's ear, and he's just like, ow! And he turns to Turk, and he's like, I don't know why, but that flick knocked the wind out of me. It's so good.
Yeah. So let's go talk to Ashley now that we kind of just skipped over conversation with Thane, because
None of it matters, actually.
no, he doesn't join us, he doesn't come with us, we can't do anything, so.
Yeah. This actually matters, because if you go visit her every time, it actually advances your relationship with her. It's like a weird, like, head boop.
Yeah,
Whatever
what
you
the
want to
hell?
call that.
Congratulations.
Seems small compared to what's going on.
You ready for the responsibilities of a spectre?
Why would you ask that?
Like, of course you'd be ready.
What the hell, Shepard? That's kind of a weird compliment.
I will say something, though. I do enjoy the outfit that they have her in this one versus her outfit that she had in the other ones.
Yeah.
Like it looks more like it definitely fits the motif of it being in the future, and it also works as being sort of like an Alliance uniform.
Yeah.
It kind of works both ways. Not the armor. The armor is a little bit different, but like her casual clothing kind of works.
This, basically.
Yes, basically what she's in now.
The armor is just, like, too shapely, let's say.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, it's more or less like that. It is.
It is.
Do it.
Damn it, I wanted to do that!
Yes.
Damn! Oh, you beat me to it, you bastard! Crap! I'm trying to think of one that would work for what we...
Don't force it. Just let it happen.
Well, I could do one for Rex and the Krogan woman, so...
He's like, Rex, you gonna
Do it.
do it?
For those of you who don't know what we're referencing, Game Grumps, which we watch, I watch more frequently than Eduardo does, but
Yes.
I showed him an
Also
episode.
called the game groups.
The
not
game,
the game grumps.
the Grep game, Grumps.
Yeah, the grump grumps.
If you guys go onto Game Grumps channel and you look at their Mario Party 8 finale episode, they're talking about Chancellor Palpatine, and
It's like the last whole 2 minutes of this, just all these jokes.
I love that episode. That is one of my favorite episodes.
Some of the really good ones are also in the comments.
I did a good one. In the video, they were saying things like, "Professor, my teacher broke." My teacher broke.
Just done now. It's my joke now.
my pencil broke. My pencil broke. Glue it.
Do it.
Palpatine, dinner's ready. Chew it.
Like someone's joking in the restaurant.
Chew it.
Chew it.
And then I wrote one down in the comments. Palpatine, it's Passover. Chew it.
I don't know why that one's so funny.
I don't know, but it's good.
I think actually if you go to the embassies, you can talk to Javik there. I think he's there now.
Can we?
I think he appears there at some point, and you can have like a little conversation with him.
I really
which
don't
is
care
interesting.
too much about Javik. It's one of those, Can
No,
I talk to
he's
other
not
people?
there now. No, he has a side mission right now. Everyone else, for the most part, there will still be the same.
I know. Did I finish any side missions for anybody?
It's not until you get to about the second act of the game.
Where everything starts finishing, or
Yeah, where
did
everything...
I change it? Journal. Mission summary.
Yeah, because what is it? Because I think in another video we were talking about the act structure of Mass Effect, where each act begins and ends, and basically like the first act of the entire game is like up until the Cerberus attacks Citadel. By the way, spoiler alert. Citadel.
Too late.
Yeah, sorry. The Citadel gets attacked by Cerberus, and then that's where this first act ends, and the second act is from there, basically till more or less about the end of the game, and then the end of the game is the last act of the entire thing. I think that's what we had discussed before. So I think the only time you find more people is when it enters the second act of the game.
Yeah.
So-
Before we enter the second act of the game, do we want to do anything with the gangs, the Eclipse, Blue Suns, or Blood Pack? Will they be useful, or
They add war assets. And all
enough of them? Are they worth it?
I think so. I mean, I did everything, and to get the best ending, you have to pretty much do everything. If you're not going to be doing the multiplayer, you have to do everything in the game, and you have to make sure you stay away from doing anything that negatively affects what
we'll probably do is,
I don't mean best ending, but to get every ending of the game.
Yeah, we're not going for best ending.
Yeah, best ending is also relative comparatively to what you like, because there were some endings to the game that I saw online that I was like, "Why are you upset about this? This is a great ending."
Yeah,
and then there were other ones that people are like, "This is good," and I'm like, "That's awful."
Yeah, this is one of those. We're just gonna choose an ending, and because it doesn't affect the next game, because there is no next game.
Yes, there is.
Not one that's directly behind.
Yeah. Well, they said they do. Okay. Yes, Commander Shepard's story is over after this one. There's nothing that directly relates to that, but it's the state of the universe is what they're building on for the next game.
Okay.
At least that's what I've read in a couple interviews that they said the next Mass Effect does use some information from your Mass Effect 3 save. I don't know what it would use, but I would still. It's useful that they, when you finish the game, it keeps your game safe from before the final mission. So you can always replay it and get a different ending.
Right.
The one you want.
I think though we're just gonna
do it
and go through this game pretty much as quickly as we can.
So we're gonna go through it.
We're gonna go through it. And basically we're gonna try to keep this as short as we can. At least try to. We're not doing a very good job all the time, unfortunately, but
because of all the walking around.
Yeah. So we're gonna ignore doing any extra stuff on the Citadel
for now, anyway.
Which we're probably gonna have.
Commander, we've got reports of servicer activity on Tuchanka.
So let's go. Well, are we at the end of the episode again? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we're at the end of this episode. So in the next episode, we will go and do
it.
And we're gonna go to. Should we do
Garrison Academy?
Yeah, we're gonna.
What was that? I think I was saying Garrison Academy for a while.
The Garrus Academy.
Yeah, Garrus Academy. That'd be badass.
An entire school of Garruses.
You know what? It's not even like people learning to be Garrus. It's like his kids he doesn't know about. So he walks into a classroom and they're like, "Dad," and he's like, "Ah."
Even better, it's just clones of Garrus.
So it's basically like
the Garrus Academy.
Yeah, it's basically
the
unspoken second prequel movie of Star Wars.
Yeah,
the one I don't know what it's called. I don't think there ever
it's like
was
that
an episode one.
It's like that the rumored fourth Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird one. Like I don't know, fan fiction, man.
Star Wars Episode 2, Angst.
That's pretty much what it is. Called it.
So, in the next episode, we'll go to Grissom Academy, rescue the students, and be a daddy figure, I guess. So, see you guys then.
Bye.